double.
Mike 5. Let's go, G.
5.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Check 13. Check 13. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lucas.
Good job, D.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Hey, team 6. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Got it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Scarborough. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. We ain't giving up nothing.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
You got nothing. Watch twist. Check safety. Check safety.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
March 50.
Here's Watson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Brown. He gets away from 1. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey.
Mike 51.
He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Bang, 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 bang. Shoot.
They run. This is Scarborough. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Give me that ball. General West. Give me that ball. Go. Give me that ball.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Now Scarborough. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Defense, let's go.
Smooth.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. And let's get this, get this.
Go.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
First down, Jacksonville.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. You're not routine spill. Deep grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Single the slot. Watch two. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On the set. Alpha.
Here we go. Back 55. Watch the run. Shift.
X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, Delta. Fire.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Alert, alert. March 47. That's it.
A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Check, 47. Man, I got you. Man.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Hey, Zoo.
Second and 1. It's caught. This is White. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
First down, Jaguars.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, Echo. 5.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Watson, dancing to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for number 86. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check it back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check three. Mike's 50. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, line him up.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
Come on now, let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Hey, I'm coming.
Here's Watson. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 45 on second down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the gun, here's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
At the Jaguars' 30-yard line.
set. 18. 24.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike Hassan. Mike 47.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Big air.
31.
47 to Mike, boy. 47.
From the gun, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Switch. Wide. Get wide. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And again this time to the tailback. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's Scarborough again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Go!
They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let him know, let him know. Hey, 59! Both sevens are mine. Go. Too little, cut.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson, open man is QT, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. Looking for Perriman there, he's got him.
Let's stop!
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, check my 50. Go. 50. Check my 50. Focus, defense, focus. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Watson now to throw. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Put him going down. He's coming. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. You better
on first down, it's Watson. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
On first down, Foreman. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Double time. We got 4. On 25. Under coach. Check 99. Check 99. Under 10. Under 10. Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 11-year veteran sees it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready, break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, exit.
2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Get it.
Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bring it, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Bravo.
Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. They're going to look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game. So for Houston, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.